Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing? Now today I just wanted to come in and share a little crafty catch up. As you know, recently I've been enjoying creating tags. They're so useful. I noticed there's new colours. Now I've missed these. Now you may already know about them. Sometimes I'm a bit late to the party. Now I tend to use the watercolour tags. And these are so useful because they're made out of watercolour card. It's brilliant for mopping up. But now we've got some new tags in town. Now with the tags, we've got large and small. Now, sorry, there'll be a bit of glare from the plastic, but I needed to leave them in the plastic to get the correct names. Now we've got this beautiful light grey. So these are the small, as I say, they do small and large. There's a gorgeous light brown. Now I'm thinking all the things I do on craft card is going to look gorgeous on the brown. And is it just me? It reminds me of the old brown paper tags. Again, I'm thinking vintage, men's designs, oh, so many things, and black. Now, black's great. If you like doing your heat embossing gold, silver, that will really pop on black, and you won't need a lot. You know, one image embossed, bit of edging, use maybe some flakes, some foil, that's really going to pop on the black. And then there's the smooth grey. And for me, for some reason, this colour really shouted out at me. And this was the one. Yes, I know. You can imagine me in the shop, can't you, with these tags shouting, Jo, buy me, buy me. That's my excuse when I come home with a bag full of stuff. I say to Carl, but it was all shouting me. I had to buy it and bring it home with me. So I thought I'd go for this colour. And this is what I've come up with. And I just thought, just let the tag speak for itself. And it's fabulous to colour on, honestly. And I'm going to show you a really quick way, but I think if you want something and you want to just relax and do some colouring, honestly, these tags are just brilliant. Now, you know what I've done? I've not got myself. I just threw them on the floor and forgot to get one out to actually work on. I threw them next to Eric and didn't get one out. Very remiss of me. You get 5, sorry. Lady who's just asked, there's 5 in a packet. So as I say, we'll start on this beautiful grey, lovely quality. And I'm just going to come in with the Pixie Lanterns. So if you've not got a lot of stamps to start off with, it's amazing how much you can do with I'm just going to use the black ink, the Versafine Clair Nocturne. To me, the Versafine Clair, fabulous for stamping, permanent ink, but also it gives lots of lovely detail. Now I find mine easy to just turn it on the side and I just want one stamp in the middle. Let that ink soak into the tag and then lift it up. Look at that, just beautiful. Now, this stamp for me, I'm going to use the word tessellate. I don't know if that's the right word, but in my head it is. It sort of fits, so it makes it look like it's from a much bigger stamp. So if I look where I've got sort of the innies and outies, if I sort of position this look, I can stamp it again so that the lovely Pixie Lanterns, look, the heads go and it sort of matches. So we'll have one more. You can see a bit of glitter, my stamp sparkling, I think somehow. So if I just put my head above, so sorry if you see the top of my head, because I just want this side to match as well. So look at that, it just looks like it's from a much larger stamp. And I'm going to put the word believe, and this is from that stamp set called the Friendship stamp set. It's the new one with the lovely verses, and on it, sorry, I know you've just asked, we've got shine bright, we've got you've got this, and we've also got the word friendship. Now, you could put them together, believe in friendship. So I'm just going to put believe in that corner there. And then what I'm going to do is just with my black fine liner, and this is the Micron, I'm just going to put myself a little box around it. Now this one, I'm just going a square and then a little dot in each corner. Lots of little things you can do there. And then we'll give this a blot. Slow drying ink, so we'll give it a blot. And then I'm going to add some colour before my stencil work, because I just wanted to show you how easy it is to colour and how effective it is. So at this stage, I've got to be honest, I think the black and grey looks beautiful in itself. Now I'm going to use tones of blue, and what I'm going to do is use the white. These are the Mondeluz pencils, a light blue and a mid blue. But if I was doing the Pixie Lanterns in green, I'd just go for mid green and a light green with my white. So in this instance, it's number 1, number 15 and number 18. And I'm just going to turn mine upside down because it's easier that way. Now, the best tip I can give you with the coloured card for me, and again, you know me, this is not an industry top tip, this is just me, the way I work. I find if I put a coat of white on first, it helps with my colouring. And you know me, I like cheats colouring, I like a nice quick. But these will be lovely, you know. If you had an afternoon where you knew you were just going to be crafting, just you, the craft, a nice brew or a nice piece of cake, you could stamp yourself a few tags. Maybe look at your florals. We've got some lovely florals that would work so well for this. I was torn for choice. Honestly, I got 3 or 4 different stamps out before I settled on these because there's so many that'll work well. So, and then maybe stamp yourself some tags up and then set yourself that time just to colour. Now look at that. Even just with the white, I think that looks beautiful. But what I'm going to do, and I'm only putting it upside down. I know you're going to ask, oh, I just need to colour my little box in white. The reason I turn it upside down is I don't want to lean right across this area. So it's easier to just lean across this here. Right, it's coming with the darker blue next. And I'm being mindful to lean on my kitchen roll. And then I'm just going to add, and I'm doing this quite speedy because I know you don't want to be here all night with me, but you can take your time, and honestly, you will just so enjoy doing this. Now, you know yesterday I mentioned the old Christmas word. Well, I'm thinking you could start making some beautiful Christmas tags now. Maybe just even make one a week. And remember, tags, you can put them on card blanks. You can make them into cards. I mean, again, look at that. So with my dark blue, I just want to come in. There we go. And then with the lighter blue, I'm not going to go over the whole design, but I'm going to blend that darker blue and the white. But I'm purposely not going in the middle. I want to leave the middle just with that white. And this is a very light touch with this colour. Just want to bring in that smoky blend. Now, I think you could do this design, you know, if you wanted to make some notelets for a friend, you could use the smaller tags, and I bet they might fit on an A6 card, you know, but I think if you made a set of 4 or 5 tags, even using the same stamp but different colours. I mean, imagine these in bright orange, maybe red. And I'm just thinking then you could pop them on cards, and that way you've got card blanks for your friend. Little pack of notelets, how lovely would that be? And there we go, just blending that white and that blue. But look at that. Now I think that is stunning. And if you want, you can come in with your blue and just accentuate anywhere where you want that little bit deeper. Just bring in some deeper tones, but I'm happy with that. Now you could leave it at this stage if you wish. So again, if I show you the difference, now if you're happy with this, by all means leave it. But I wanted to just bring in a little bit something more in the background. And this is the tall leaf mask. And I'm going to pop this round, and I'm going to come in with Mermaid. And I just want the shape of the point to follow that lantern there. Now, this mask is so useful, honestly. Again, I think it's one of the underrated masks. I don't see it used very often, but honestly, if you've got it, I urge you to get it out. It is just beautiful. Now, I just want to come in and go around. Just be mindful at this stage. If you do circular motions, you might flick that up. So I'm sort of going in the direction of the stencil and brushing. A little bit more in the middle. Now, I don't want this to be sort of obvious. See what I mean? Right, what did you say to yourself? Brush away. Now, if I lift up, yes, that's nice. So, all I want is, I don't want it to be too obvious. I want it to be in the background, but I'm just going to come in at the top here and just go over that edge. Just to cover that edge, but look at that. I think that's beautiful. But what I am going to do is bring in, and this is one of the watercolour tags. Now, we've got the blue ink on there. Right, Eric, mate? So give it a spritz, 2 spritz, and pop it on there. So just 2 spritz with my water bottle. And we've done this before. This is just the clean up. And I'm just popping my kitchen roll on, my clean, as you can see. Sarah, you'd be proud of me, look. And what we're going to do is that I just want, if there's any water seeping out, I want to catch it. Because I'm going to come in with my Pixie green and I'm going to add some ink. So that hopefully we'll get some blue ink off the stencil, but then we'll get some green ink around the stencil. And this is going to give me another tag, which I can then add some stenciling, some more stamping, and that'll be another one to go in my tag book. Now, if, for example, any water does seep under, so there it's slightly different, so I know there's a little bit of water, all I would do is get my Inky Binky, give my brush in case there was any water on there, because I don't want to pop that now back into my ink pad and add, you know, that's just got the right amount of moisture in. I don't want to add, it's really important, don't add extra water into those inks. They work fabulously as they are. Lift it up and look at that. Now, what's lovely about that, as I say, we've got the blue and then also we've got the green. And you never know how these are going to turn out, but almost looks 3D. Look at that dark green down there, like the shadowing. See, I'm sorry, but I know I get excited, but I love that. I mean, it almost looks like it's been done on the gel press, and that's just cleaning the stencil. So that's your freebie. And you know that, you don't have to put a lot of stamping on. Maybe a couple of butterflies, maybe a little verse down the side, job done. So all this needs now, a little bit of highlight. So I've got my Mangaka and I'm just going to add some little highlights just on the top here, just of each one. Now again, if you want to colour the stems, you can. And just on top here, I'm just going to add a little bit. Now I want to add some splats. The nib in the Mangaka can pop out. They're not designed for splats. So for me, I'm going to come to my Posca. And I'm just going to add some lovely white over the top. And I'm going around the word believe. I want it to look like that's almost been added later. You could cover it up if you wanted. But I was just lucky that the Posca didn't go over it. But there we have it, look. Beautiful. And honestly, if you love colouring in, have a go at the coloured tags. And look at that, the freebie. So if Mr. Mojo's gone, honestly, these coloured tags are a great way to entice him back. He can't resist a bit of colouring in on a tag. Honestly, give it a go. And let me know how you get on. I'm really hoping, you know, he comes back for you. He likes a cheeky brew as well, just saying. Anyway, thanks as always for joining me. You take care, and I'll see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.